Good morning, everybody. It's Little Green Kitty with the Daily Greens. We got a new story here about a Chinese government agent. It says, former manager for international airline pleads guilty to acting as an agent of the Chinese government. Dun dun dun! Earlier today in federal court in Brooklyn, New York, this is Wednesday, April 17th that this happened, by the way, Ying Lin pleaded guilty to acting as an agent of the People's Republic of China without notification to the Attorney General by working at the direction and control of military officers assigned to the permanent mission of the People's Republic of China to the United Nations. Lin, a former manager with an international air carrier headquartered in the PRC, abused her privileges to transport packages from John F. Kennedy International Airport to the PRC aboard air carrier flights at the behest of the PRC military officers and in violation of Transportation Security Administration regulations. The proceeding was held before United States District Judge Ann M. Donnelly. Alright, so there was a pilot that was working for the People's Republic of China, and she was using her privileges to get packages from one airport to another without having to worry about the restrictions and regulations that are in place to make sure that, dangerous packages don't go through the mail. Okay? And I find it interesting too, and this was mentioned, I first heard this mentioned in relation to Russia collusion stuff, okay? It says that she is charged with acting as an agent without notification to the Attorney General. And I believe it might have been Maria Butina, I believe is her name. I believe it was in relation to her that I first heard a terminology like that, where it was saying not that they were being charged because they had these relations to whatever said government, but rather that they had those relations and did not notify anybody. So you got to ask yourself, how many possible spies could there be that are like, okay, I'm going to go be a spy in this country and I'm going to notify the government officials that I have ties to the government that I'm working for, so that way they think that I've cut the ties, that I'm no longer working with them. Because if I'm honest about it, then I must not be working with them anymore. I mean, if I'm going to be like a Russian spy or a Chinese spy, I'm not just going to tell you that, right? So, I wonder if them notifying our government or not, it should really be the what sways things. It says this case is a stark example of the Chinese government using the employees of Chinese companies doing business here to engage in illegal activity. Covertly doing the Chinese military's bidding in U.S. soil is a crime, and Lin and the Chinese military took advantage of a commercial enterprise to evade legitimate U.S. government oversight. Now, how could this possibly tie in to other things we see going on with companies having to deal with speculation regarding their practices being tied to companies that are out of China? As they said, the Chinese government uses American-based companies and businesses to carry out crimes without having to worry about the ish. The defendant's actions as an agent of the Chinese government helped Chinese military officials to evade U.S. law enforcement scrutiny of packages that they sent from New York to Beijing. All right, and down here, Ms. Lin was secreting packages through some of the country's busiest airports, using her work as with the Chinese government to thwart our security measures. We believe this case isn't unique and hope it serves as an example that the Chinese and other foreign governments can't break our laws with impunity. But then down here, it says she worked with the air carrier from 2002 to the fall of 2015. So they believe the case is not unique, and they hope it serves as an example of how these people will be caught, even though it takes 13 years for that to happen, or at least it happened, presumably, over a 13-year period. Oh, wait, hold on. From the fall of 2015 through April 2016 as the station. Okay, so even farther. All right, fun stuff. Okay, so I am not a pilot. I don't know how all this stuff works. Is it really that easy for a pilot to just be like, yeah, man, this is my package that I'm taking to a friend back home, and just put it on a plane with no other oversight at all whatsoever? There are a lot of businesses and companies and things like that that have disgruntled employees that do bad stuff, okay? I don't think it's a good idea to let there be that little oversight. And if we are, as consumers, having to go through these metal detectors and pat-downs, invasive pat-downs sometimes, shouldn't the employees of the companies that are doing this to their consumers, shouldn't they be taking similar measures with the people that are working under them, that are flying these massive, giant things through the sky that hold all these people's lives up in the air? I think, maybe some oversight with that might be a good idea. Okie dokie. During her employment with the air carrier, Lin accepted packages from PRC military officers and placed those packages aboard air carrier flights to the PRC as unaccompanied luggage, or checked in the packages under names of other passengers flying on those flights. In exchange for her work at the direction and under the control of PRC military officers and other PRC military officials, Lin received benefits from the PRC mission and PRC consulate in New York. These benefits included tax-exempt purchases of liquor, cigarettes, and electronic devices worth tens of thousands of dollars. That's some expensive drinking and smoking habitage right there. These benefits also included free contracting work at the defendant's 2 residences in Queens, New York, by PRC construction workers who were permitted under the terms of their visas to work only on PRC government facilities. What? That's a nice little bomb to drop in there too. So she was getting work done at, what did it say? Well, okay. Yeah, okay, at 2 residences in Queens, New York. So she got the work done by People's Republic of China, that's what PRC stands for, remember, construction workers, who were permitted under the terms of their visas to work only on PRC government facilities. That means that their visas said, we do not want these construction workers working anywhere other than stuff that has to do with their own government. We do not want them to get out to, go on a tour of the T-Mobile facility and try to steal a piece of a robot. Not that that's ever happened before. So she let them and gave them contracts to work on two residences in Queens, New York. What could they have installed there? Remember, if you are a regular Chinese individual and you are wanting to do some kind of construction work in the U.S., if your company, let's say you're not working with Huawei, right? If your company is legit and they're small, they don't have any ties to the government, which, if that was ever a thing, then when you were asked by your company to go to America to work on something that is at one of your company's facilities in America, you're not going to have a whole lot of restrictions on your visa. If, however, your company has government ties or has other suspicious stuff, then our officials and government, of course, is going to be like, we don't want you, like I said, going on a tour of T-Mobile and trying to steal a piece of their robot. All right. Thank you so much for watching. The link to this press release will be in the description below. You can also find a link to it on our website, thedailygreens.org, in the resources section. There will be a link to our website below as well, along with all of our social media goodies. All right, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and have a wonderful day, everybody.